Hello everybody, this is day 2 of recording. It's gonna be a short video. Just want to speak about cutting the obsession of how people are perceiving you and cutting the perception of how you are seen. I guess for me, a large part of my life, the unknown has been a big fear of mine. The unknown of how you feel about me, the unknown of how you feel about me after a discussion, the unknown of how you feel about me after a disagreement, or if you haven't spoken in a long time, how do you feel about me? And for me, I'm slowly coming to the realization that how somebody feels about me, I have got no control over. And I have to be okay with that. I have to be okay with the unknowns. And for me, just this whole perception of seeing, it's a lot of pride. It's a lot of pride because my job is to care how God is seeing me. Is the light in me shining greater than me? And a lot of the times I find myself in situations where I'm doing something that I don't want to do to make other people happy or to approve men, or I will not do something that I want to do to make men happy. And just like with the video I made yesterday, you can't seek the approval of men and seek the approval of God at the same time. So if what you want to do, you have been given the go ahead from God, you can't put your concern in men. And it's sad to say this because more times than not, I find myself putting the approval of men above the approval of God because of the pride in me. Because I care of what they say. For me, it's like, oh, they are not aware of how God operates in my life. So it's like, if God is telling me to do this, they can't understand it because they didn't get the message from God. So it's like, okay, let me just follow men because then I'm good with them. But what I've realized is that once I follow men, there's no peace. So I have to come to God and say, God, is this what you're telling me to do? Is this what you're telling me not to do? If he says yes, it's God, give me peace to follow along the lines of your word, follow along the lines of what you have told me to do. And it's very difficult. It's very difficult. Um, but yeah, I'm slowly asking God for peace and asking Him to shine over different areas of my life and for me not to shine. Yeah, it's tough when you care so much what people think because you're always on your tippy toes. And when you're on your tippy toes, your calves are painful. There's no freedom. You're not free to be you. You're not free to um, be your best self. So to everybody out there who also is in a similar situation like me where they care, because it is important to care what people think, but not to the point to which you are crippled and your whole decision making is based on what people are thinking or are saying or how they perceive you. I would say come to God. Ask Him for humility. Ask Him to care more what He says about you, what He thinks about you, not what He thinks, what He knows about you, what He's telling you to do, more than more than what the world is saying. Because obviously there's gonna come those times where you're kind of caught in between, and you're kind of like leaning more to what men are saying, but we're coming here to win the battle, to win more than that of which we lose. God loves you. Pray for strength. It's a journey, it's a battle to not care how people perceive you, what people think about you. Peace.